Why do you think there is a bottleneck? Is it, as you mentioned, just unawareness here? But because you're not the first one, as you mentioned, offering these types of loans. Even the government has been trying to offer, particularly to the hardest hit, tourism, MSMEs, zero interest loans, and the take up has still been very, very little. Why are they hesitant here, and what's your plan with the DTI to address this hesitancy and risk aversion?
Well, by working with the DTI, what we're trying to work on is the education aspect, right? To help SMEs understand how they can try to recover from this pandemic. And as well, as I mentioned, to let them know that we're here for them. I think part of the reason that there's been hesitancy from the SMEs in order to draw loans, and as you mentioned, if they can get a zero interest loan from the government, there's no reason why. But what we see is that they're not rushing to put themselves into debt when they know when they can reopen the business, when business can come back to normal. And therefore, part of what we're trying to do is help them get in a situation where they feel they can be ready to reopen their business, and therefore, they can start to bring things back to normal. That we continue to be very keen on doing. Actually, as I had a conversation with our CEO at the time, and was saying, how were we looking at the business, and we agreed that this is a business that we want to continue to support because it's very much a very important part of the Philippine economy, and therefore, in order to kind of help along the recovery in the Philippines, we need to continue to support this sector, and therefore, not only have we kind of maintained our presence, but we've gone out and have started working with organizations like DTI in order to kind of keep that presence out there and let SMEs know that we continue to want to be in this sector and we continue to want to work with them in order to kind of further the economic recovery in the Philippines.